Hello, my name is Kendrick Celestine. Today in my video, I'm going to be talking about America owes black people a whole lot of debt. And actually, I'm going to break my meaning and my what I'm talking about. Black people been living in this country over about 403 years of torture. Been stolen out of my own homelands of Africa against my own free will. Plus, my own people sold me into it, but at the same time, plus the Europeans convinced the people in Africa to sell my own people there to them, not to go there in the first place. But they sold us over booze and guns. Plus, we went on the ship for about like a week to get to America. Our bodies were dying 1 or 5 days. Open our bodies, soaked us with waters and stuff like that. And after we got to the mainlands, we got brought to the market sales of the Black Friday sales, and they would line us up strip naked, wash us, do stuff like this to us. And also, and one of the sellers will buy one of us just for purchase. They'll put us on the back of the wagon with all the other sellers who've been purchased by the owner. And we'll walk to the slave plantation to the place where we go to, and they'll make us give a name, sold us, give us the clothes, they give us the shacks we live into, and pretty much the master will tell us, hey, you need to do this, do that. Pretty much, this is the way you do it. You can already do different inventions, do all such and such or whatever. And few years, and all of them stuff what the master got to do, he got to violate our women, he get to break our panties up, he get to force us to he can make us fuck each other, make us create a bunch of babies we didn't ask for, and also, and plus the bred back, the buck farming when all the slaves were bred and make a bunch of babies sold to other plantations so you never see your babies which you created, and plus even after so much violated, you run off the same plantation, they cut your foot off, and plus a lot of things. They get to make us fight each other for their entertainment. They fed us the doors, tore us up, rip our balls and sacks, do all kinds of things. And even, there's a whole lot of things. And also, even after slavery ended, plus there been the Jim Crow law. They stopping us for voting, stopping us for rising, stopping us for making a change, stopping us for prosperity and stuff. And in reality, I speak about this, and it lynches on the tree about 3 days a week. They'll kill three of us a week for the last, so pretty much over time for the last 100, about 156, 100 something years. They've been killing over 156,000 of us during the lynching during the Jim Crow. And also after the Jim Crow, there still be ways how they kill us. They wars of drugs. They accuse us for smoother weed or locking us up for 20 years for marijuana, but a white person can smell marijuana, he could get off free and stuff. And then you got the fair on justice system. Us guys beat us, water holes been scored, fogs have been fed on us. We go to war for the peoples who don't care nothing about us, and we go to serve the country and don't respect none of us, and then still we get back getting lynched on the tree. And still we get treated as niggas, and even if we're not considered as human, we're like third of humans, and plus we're never about a property stone. And plus, what's sad, we get no justice in the system because the system is pretty fucked up. And I have to say it like that, but I have to tell it what it is when I see. And people around in the community where I live at, people just pretend who they like and who they give a damn. And they pretty much, I'm going to say this America, you pick and choose who you ready to deal with. You only choose who you give a fuck about and who you don't. And I'm going to tell you from my experiences, this is what I know. In reality, this country doesn't live to give a fuck about people like me in the first place. And I say this because of my experiences. I dealt with a lot of racism. I dealt with a lot of bunch of ignorance, a bunch of sorry ass. People just hate me for no apparent reason because I never done nothing to them. And to see that question, I started to think to myself my whole life. I always question myself. It's because of what I do to your people. And I have to think to myself, what I've done to these people in my life. Really nothing. And even some things I have been guilty in situations, yeah. If I did something I know I know business doing, yeah, I would admit to that. But I never did things. I have people come attack me in all different shades. They'll tell me about their problems, but you know about other black person's problem, or what they're going through, what they're going on a consistent daily basis, or their realities, or their mindsets. But you don't know what they're feeling. You don't know what their mental illness level, or what they're going through, or how they really feeling. Like you don't know what I'm like. You really don't even understand the world and the reality when I pretty much are going through on a consistent daily basis. So, and every time I think to myself, and this is the thing, this country owes us a whole lot of debt of money. They owe us a whole lot of that money for reparations, if I'm pronouncing that right. And I actually spoke about reparations about a couple of years back on my videos. And I mentioned how much they really owe us. I'm not going to get too much detail how much they owe, but you can look on my other videos about it. So I'll put the link in below. But I want to speak about this because our audit system doesn't care. The people in this country does not care about us. And I only say this from my experiences, what I know. But don't get me wrong. I know there's some good people who treat black people right, and there are other people who don't like black people. But the thing I have a problem with is with the people who don't treat black people. It's like they got a sick obsession over us. If they hate us that much, I don't know why they can't just stay away from people like me in the first place. But that's the only thing I'm addressing that part of. But that's a whole like a different subject I'm talking about. But the only reason I point this out because from my experiences, the people who really hate people like me, I don't know why they can't just stay away from me. I just don't understand that. But but they do that this country does owe us a lot of money. They owe us lots of money. And I say this because of the history, the records, all the things they did, all the violations. When we hit you with questions, when we ask you what you need did this, you want to reflect, you want to make excuses. And every time when we ask you, it's every single time you let me know how you feel about people like me. It's always a problem. When it's funny. You can pick and choose. What a person could say something hateful about Janet Legal out, but another group of person could say something hateful. You could terminate their child like they ain't shit. Like that's like all I'm a problem. See, to me, you're pretty pick and choose because you're a hypocrite because you kind of allow it. So, anyway, I just want to speak this up. But this America, you do owe us a lot of money. You owe us trillions. You owe us for reparations for all the things you did to us throughout our history, about the slave trade, and plus, I'm American, just like here. I'm American, just like any other citizen who has the right. You can't deny me for what I want to get. You can't deny me what I pretty much asked for. Plus, you owe us a whole lot of money. You owe us trillions. So anyway, just want to be fair, and I'm speaking my piece. And I have no other hate for other groups. I just wanted to let you know that. But you do owe my people a lot of money. But every time you want to get claimed, you don't want to share us nothing. But when we ask for something, you don't give a shit. So I'm going to be fair. I'm going to leave it like that. So anyway, the time of here, America owes black people the dues. So anyway, like, dislike, comment down below, see what you think. I will continue making more later in the future. I'll be folks have a wonderful day. This is Kendrick Sutherland, and I'm out. And you guys have a good night.